I want to really challenge you guys that are watching this right now. For everybody saying, I'm tired of this, right? Whatever you're tired of. You might be tired of, accepting less, settling for less, tired of not meeting your potential, tired of not having things figured out, whatever it is. The question that I want to ask you is this, right? If you're tired of this, why do you keep accepting this? Think about it for a second. And I don't want to go through a whole list of why you might be accepting it, because you might know why, you probably know why. But if you're really tired of this, whatever this is, why do you keep on accepting it? Because saying you're tired of it is cool, but it's not going to change anything. In my life, I had to really put actions behind my words. For so long, I said I was tired of a lot of things, right? I'm tired of living this way. I'm tired of accepting less. I'm tired of not being the best me I can be. I was saying I was tired of it, but was I really tired of it if I never put any effort to change it? Right? A lot of us say we're tired of things, but we don't put any effort to change it. And understand, I shouldn't have to say this because guys know how I feel about this. I get it. It's not easy to make change in your life. I get it. It's not easy to walk away. It's not easy to find, a better environment. I understand that. But I also understand it has to be possible. It has to be worth it if you want to change your life. Like, you deserve way more than what you're selling for, but you also deserve exactly what you're selling for. Stop talking yourself out of your change. Stop telling yourself what you can't do. Stop allowing people to tell you what you can't do. Stop believing the lies that you're telling yourself and that people are telling you. So if you're really tired of this, like I see it all the time. I'm tired of this year. I'm tired of 2018, right? I'm tired of 29. I'm tired of 20. I'm tired of my whole life. Stop being tired of it, right? And start asking yourself, why am I settling for it? Why am I settling for it? Because you don't have to. And I want you to understand it's a choice. It's a choice. And you're choosing to settle for it. Just like you can choose not to settle for it. With my life, once I realized it was a choice, did I have it all figured out? No, I did not. But like I've told you 1,001 times, I didn't know where I wanted to go, but I knew where I didn't want to stay. I knew where my life couldn't afford to stay. So if you're sick and tired of it, and I understand some things that you can't change, maybe it's a sickness, whatever it may be, right? But you can always control this. You can always control this. So maybe that means putting yourself in a better environment with people that have a power perspective, right? Maybe it's eating better. Maybe it's doing better. Maybe it's reading better. Maybe it's just surrounding yourself in an environment that will help your life, right? Some of us were in environments of sickness, and I don't mean physical sickness. I mean emotional sickness, right? Some of us are in environments that are detrimental to us, and we have accepted it like we have to stay in those environments. And I'm not saying that it's easy just to get up and walk away from whatever situation that you're in. But if you're really sick and tired of being sick and tired, like what's going to be the thing in your life that really makes a change? Like what's going to move the needle? Like what's going to make you say, you know what? I'm going to use this situation and moment in my life to actually create the momentum to make a change to my life. Like you can't go to 2019 with the same mindset. If this year was miserable, if you didn't like this year and you're changing nothing at all, it will be exactly the same. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be at all. That's why I'm pushing you guys so hard. Think about that with your life, right? And you are what you tolerate. Man. You are what you tolerate. Everybody share this right now, man. I see we got a lot of people on. Let's share this message right now because I'm going to stay on here for a minute because I feel like I got to go in, like straight up. But you are what you tolerate. Think about that. And that's every area of your life, right? So if things aren't pushing you, as I like to say, to be the greatest you, why are you tolerating it? One of my biggest fears, and I share this all the time, is that I'm so afraid to get to the end of my life and realize that I lived my whole life tolerating things I didn't have to tolerate. For whatever reason. Whether it's myself being the greatest me and silencing that because I was afraid to make people around me uncomfortable. I was afraid to be successful because I felt like if I would be successful, people would look at me different. So I didn't want to be the greatest version of myself. because I didn't want to create jealousy and envy in other people. And so I turned down the knob on my life. I silenced my accomplishments, what I worked hard for, just so I wouldn't make other people feel uncomfortable. You know what that was doing to my life? That was leading me into a depression, like straight up. I was leading myself into a depression for other people. How many of us can relate to that, right? We're leading ourselves into a depression to please someone else or to please the world. And I got to a point where I said, why am I accepting this? I don't have to accept it. And I said, I'm not doing that no more. Like, if you got a problem with me succeeding, that's your fault. That says more about you than it says about me. Because I'm the type of person, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a person around me that's succeeding in any area of your life, if you're a person that's around me succeeding, I get motivated by that. You know why? Because I know you personally. And I know if you can do it, I can do it too. It makes it possible. But a lot of us, what we do is we get jealous because somebody else is happy, because somebody else is succeeding, because somebody else is overcoming, because somebody else has a positive mindset when we're going through negative times. So we become jealous and envious of them, right? That says more about yourself than it does about them. You know, one of the biggest things that I've heard throughout my whole life, like whether it's me making it to the NFL or whether it was me with RehabTime. And I wouldn't say the biggest thing because there's a lot of people that support me, but I've heard people say, hey, Trent, like you change. You don't come around no more, or you don't do the same things you used to do. And I'm like, you're right. I'm not trying to do the same things I used to do. And I want to be honest with you. I never changed as a person. What changed is your perception of me. I want to just go ahead and prepare you. As you make change, there's going to be people who look at you differently. There's going to be people who say that you change. Because guess what? A lot of people aren't going to be able to benefit off the new you. A lot of people aren't going to be able to benefit off the change you, even though they know you changed for the better. Even though they know that you had to make this change in order to meet the greatest you. There's going to be people that do not like your change because it's no longer beneficial to them. There's going to be people that you're going to leave behind. There's going to be people who don't want to grow with you. So guess what? They can't go to the next level with you. It doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make you a bad person. But you got to understand that I see so many people hold their life back for other people. Stop holding your life back for people. Because there's a world full of people that need you to be the best you. There's a world full of people that need you to step up to the plate. I want you to understand that. So man, hold on. Let me take a deep breath, man, because I'm going in. I'm going in right now. So for everybody watching this, are you really going to stop being tired of it? Like, for real. Like, stop being tired of accepting less for your life. Like, and I'm a person talking to you, like, don't look at me, oh, Trent, that's easy for you because you have, all these people across the world that follow you. Don't you know where I started from? Don't you know how many people through this process of rehab time left me? Let me be transparent with you guys for a minute. It ain't been an easy road with this. You know how many people, it ain't been easy at all. But you know what? It's been worth it. I don't do this just for myself. I do this for you guys. I do it for people that's in the struggle. I do this for people that feel alone. I know how it feels. There's nothing easy about this journey. Nothing easy about it. I got a message earlier today from somebody I didn't know that was cussing me out literally because I didn't respond to them in a timely manner in their eyes. There's so much pressure, but I understand people's pain. I fight for people every single day. Every single day. I lose sleep every single night, to make sure I can be the best version of myself, not just for me, but for the people that need me to be. It's not easy when you make change, man. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. Understand that. It's worth it. When you go through the process of transformation doesn't feel good. It's very uncomfortable. You're doing things to your life that you never did before. So it's going to be very uncomfortable. But I'm going to tell you, at the end of your comfort zone, outside that comfort zone, that's where your change takes place. So really ask yourself this again. Are you really sick and tired of this? Are you really sick and tired of it? Because it's going to suck to get to the end of your life and realize that you lived a lesser version of yourself for people that really didn't care about you anyway, AKA the world, AKA society. Period. Opinions don't matter. Opinions don't matter. I got tired of living my life for other people. I got tired of silencing my greatness in my voice. And I say greatness because we all have it in us. The world don't want you to say you great. Oh, you got to be humble. I'm very humble. But guess what? I know I'm great because I was created by a great God. And when you truly embrace it, and you truly walk in that confidence, you reach a new level in your life. And guess what? When you reach that new level in your life, the people that needed you to reach that new level benefit off of it. There's a world full of people that I didn't even know, that were strangers across the world, that I didn't even know needed me to rise up, needed me to rise above. And you guys that are on here are those people. Just imagine if I would have listened to the people that told me, Trent, you shouldn't change. Trent, you shouldn't be a speaker. Trent, nobody's going to listen to you. Trent, you crazy for starting rehab time. Trent, you leaving football for this. You stupid. Trent. All these opinions. Just imagine if I would have listened to them. Just imagine. But I didn't. I listened to what God said he had for me, even though I didn't understand what God had for me, even though walking into this was scary as heck. Change was scary as heck. It was confusing, all these things. And I'm not a person that has it all figured out. I'm still on this journey. I'm right there with you. I'm still trying to figure things out. But I figured a lot out. I know what's worked for my life. I know it can work for your life. And I know everybody watching this want something more from their life. I don't care if you admit it or not. I don't care. When you're in pain, it's hard to accept that there's more for your life. As crazy as that sounds, sometimes it's hard to accept that, right? Because you're in a pain perspective instead of being in a power perspective. But there's more to your life. There's more for your life. I know everybody on here wants that. I'm losing my voice already, which I need to save my voice for tomorrow. But this is just 30% of tomorrow. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling you right now, man, because I promised myself, I told you all before, if you watch my videos that I'm sending out, I promised myself at the end of 10 years, at the beginning of 10 years, start of the decade, man, I'm going to different levels with you guys. Like straight up, man, straight up. I want to leave impacts on people's lives on a whole another level, not for you, just for you, should I say, but for generations, because I know if I can just get to you to help you make shifts in your life, to help you change in your life, how many people would benefit off you being the best you? How many people? Right? Count people that you don't even know will benefit off of you being the best you. But I want to tell you something. There's no way that you can be the best you holding on to things and people that keep you as a lesser you. There's no way at all. There's no way you can create change in your life by staying in the same things that don't help you change your life. I know that's common sense, but common sense isn't always common practice. There's no way that you can be a better you, right, by staying in situations that keep you the worst you as possible, right? There's people who want you to be that broken you. You know why? Because they benefit off that broken you. There's people that want to be that you. There's people that want you to be that you. That's the average you. Because guess what? It makes them uncomfortable by you staying at your average because they enjoy staying at their average. They don't want to work hard. They're not disciplined. They're not committed. They don't want to go for their dreams, right? They don't want to put in the work to be successful. And I mean be successful. I'm not talking about monetary, man. That's like extra credit stuff, right? I'm not talking about followers on social media. That's extra credit stuff. I'm talking about that internal success. I'm talking about freedom in your life, right? Freedom in your life. That type of freedom. Like working for that. You know, I can take my daughter to school, my son to school every single morning. I love that I can have lunch with my wife when I feel like it. I love that. You know why? Because I decided to live life on the terms that God had for me. I didn't sit here and believe in the world's limitations for my life. I didn't sit here and believe people's opinions. I've never been that person. I always believed I could do what was in my heart to do. And I knew it was going to be a hard journey, a hard process. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I always knew it would be worth it. It would be worth it. There's more for your life, but you can never get to the rest of your story by staying on this chapter and not turning the page to your life. It has to become a point when you stop just being inspired. Stop just getting high off of motivation and coming on here and feeling, I'm so sad and feel hopeless. Listen, that's a feeling, but you need to go back to the facts, Gail. Like I just saw that. That's a feeling. You know what? I feel sad at times. You know what? I feel hopeless at times. But you know what? I realize that those things are just my mind, right? Those things mean I'm focusing on the wrong things in life. It's hard for me to feel sad when I realize I got a beautiful family. It's hard for me to feel sad when I realize that I got great health. It's hard for me to feel sad when I realize that I've came so far in my journey. It's hard for me to feel hopeless, right? When there's so many beautiful things around me for me to have hope in. It's hard for me to feel hopeless when I understand that Jeremiah 29:11, that God has the plan for my life. It's hard for me to feel like that when I change my focus. You change your focus, you change your life. And I know that's like simple. a simple thing to say, but it's true. You're an emotional roller coaster. Listen, it's life. Like, look at me. I go through these times too. I go through these emotional roller coasters too. It's life. But I know facts over feelings for me, right? It's life. You're not alone in this journey. It's nothing wrong with you because everything isn't right in your life. You're a human being. Understand that. Like, I know you see people wish I had their mindset and all this stuff. And guess what? The same capabilities. It's not about capabilities. My internet keeps disconnecting and reconnecting, so I'm not sure if I'm going in and out just saying this, but I just want you guys, man, I hope y'all feel this when I speak. I hope you know, somebody came with me tonight. We was in California, and somebody came up to me and was like, man, like, I just watch and I just see people like, what is it? Like, what is what? And he was like, just your message, and like people just like, they're impacted. What is it? And I said, I care, man. I care. First and foremost, I care. But yeah, guys, my Wi-Fi's cutting out, so I'm sorry. And, you know, it's me stepping my game up, man. What I mean by that, it's me walking into the next level of my life. It's something that is kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. Not really uncomfortable. It's not even new. But it's something that I have to do in order to meet the greatest me, right? You heard me talk about I had a conversation. I have conversations with myself all the time. Call it crazy all you want. But I have a conversation with that greatest me. And that greatest me tells me what to do, what to let go of. And sometimes, you know, walking into change, walking into your next level is scary, man. It's scary. You know, sometimes you look at other people and you start comparing your life and stuff like that. It's scary. But you know what? What God has for you is for you. And I know y'all heard that a lot, but guess what? What God has for you, right? You got to go get it. You got to go get it, right? You got to have that faith, believing doors will open that don't even exist. And I'm a walking testimony of this. If you follow my journey for the last 10 years, you know, ain't nothing special about me, man. Ain't nothing special about me. I just decided not to surrender to my pain no more. I just decided not to use excuses no more. I decided to control what I focus on. I decided to detach my emotions from outcomes. I decided to keep the promises I made to myself, which means commitments. And I decided to become the greatest me. So I just want you guys to be inspired by that. Just to know, like, I get it, man. I know what rock bottom feels like. And I know rock bottom is different for all of us. But I know what it is to start from the bottom, right? With your life, with your emotions. I'm not talking about like money and stuff like that. I even know that too, you know, straight up. I know how it feels to have everything and have a certain lifestyle and lose it all. I know how that feels, man. That sucks. I said, that's the worst thing. Like, you know, when you ain't got nothing, you never had nothing, like, it's bad, but at least you don't know what having something feels like. But when you have something and you lose it, whew, it's tough. But I needed to go through that process to make me understand, like, what life is all about, what success really means to me. You know, why I was created on this earth. I had to hit my rock bottom to find why I was truly created. Because if I wasn't at rock bottom, it would have been too much noise in my life to ever hear God's call in my life. So I had to hit my breaking point. I had to step away from the crowd, the noise, and really embrace what God had for me. And it was scary, man, but it was all worth it. And so maybe rock bottom isn't a bad place. It wasn't for me. I mean, if you would have told me that while I was there, I would say, Trent, you tripping. Like some of y'all thinking now. But when I look back on my journey, it was the people that left. It was the hard times it was the rock bottom. It was, you know, me giving up on myself that really built who you see today. That really built who you see today. And I'm thankful for that. If it wasn't for the things that I've been through, I would never be able to help other people get through their hard times. All right? My past pain has now become the present strength for other people. You can always use what you've been through. You can always use it. But in order to use it, you have to grow from it, right? And I'm not saying that you have to be out of your situation to share your story or to speak up on it, because that's not true. But it's hard to heal by staying in the pain. And like I said, this has been a 10-year journey for me. I'm still on this journey of bettering my life. And now, the world's watching, and it's just crazy to come on here and to be 2,000, 4,000 people earlier, 2,000 people, just to come on here just to hear a message, But that all was built from rock bottom. And I'm going to give you guys a chance, too, to be a part of something special that's been on my heart for years now. But I wanted to wait till my 10-year to actually open up that door for you guys. So regardless, if you be a part of that or not, doesn't matter. Make sure you show up tomorrow, because just like the value you get tonight, it's going to be an hour worth of that. And it's going to be like really specific stuff and give you guys some application. All right. So I'm about to work for you guys for tomorrow. I just wanted to come on here, show you guys some love, and say thank you too, man. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for the support, the messages that you give. You guys come up to me in person. Like those things help. Like for real. For the ones that ask, Trent, are you good? That means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. So I'm grateful for all of you. We got to stop putting limitations on ourselves. And that's what I want y'all to get. It all starts with you. I've been telling y'all that since 2009. But we have to stop putting these limitations on ourselves. And regardless, if it's outside influences, we're allowing it. So at the end of the day, it's us allowing people to put limitations on us. When you realize that, and you realize that you can be super intentional with your life, and it's magical. Realize how much you help take the message to people. I don't think y'all realize the power you guys have, in really helping. Because you take the message to people that don't know me. I mean, I get that every single day. So I'm grateful for you guys sharing it. When you find your happiness, when you stop listening to the world's opinions, everybody's opinion. And everybody tells you what to do and X, Y, Z. And like I said, with me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing insight from my life. Like I tell you all the time, take what you need, leave what you don't. But don't apply to you. Don't try to make it apply to you, period. But when you get to a place of peace and of clarity, constructive criticism is very important from people that you value, from wise counsel. But then it's you don't have to worry about the people that are always trying to tell you how to live your life when they ain't living their best life, right? It's funny, people always tell you how to do it when they ain't doing it. It used to be people that told me I couldn't make it to NFL. I tell this story all the time. And when I looked at those people's credentials, they never made it there, right? So, of course, you're going to tell me what I can't do because you never experienced it. So, even with speaking, there were so many people that say, hey, you can't do this. You can't travel the world. You don't have the right speaker look. You don't have the right, you don't use certain words and all these things. And it's funny because a lot of those people either weren't at the level where I wanted to be at as a speaker, or they weren't speakers at all. And it's crazy. A lot of us take so much advice from people who are unsuccessful at what we want to do. We take advice from, our parents sometimes, when they tell us oh, you shouldn't do that, when they never experienced it. Luckily, I have parents that always supported me. I never had that problem. But I see that so much. So think about that. I don't think I can be helped. Charlene, hey, if you don't think you can't be helped, guess what? You're not going to be helped. I'm just being real with you. I'm being real tonight. If you want to say that, and I get it where you're at mentally, but if you say those things, guess what? You're not going to be helped. It's just facts. It's facts. So I pray God releases that mindset from your life, because you can be helped. You can be helped if you want to be helped. But if you're defeating yourself before the battle even starts, you'll never win the battle. You'll never win the battle. Stick around positive people around me. There you go. That's actually something we're going to talk about tomorrow. The importance of a growth environment in your life. It's super important. Super important. And that's something I really focused on 2018. I didn't say an environment of people that made me comfortable around them, right? I didn't say an environment of people that, that it was cool to be around, but, it was no accountability there, right? I still have people in my life that I'm friends with, but I'm very particular about who I spend my time with. the majority of my time with, because who you spend your time with is what you will become, right? How can you grow if you're not in a growth environment? How do I deal with toxic family members? I don't. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how to tell y'all that. Like, I don't deal with toxic people. I try to help them as much as I can. I'm always there for them if they need me, but I don't deal with it because you know what? I don't have to. And I realize that I don't have to deal with anything I don't want to deal with. That's the beautiful thing about life. And so I'm always going to listen. I'm always going to check myself first and see if it's something that I'm contributing. And if I really can do some soul searching and really realize that it's nothing I'm doing, it's a problem with them, then I don't deal with it. I don't deal with toxic family members. I don't. And maybe I'm just different, but that's just me. I protect my peace at all costs. You already know, peace is my number one priority. So if you start to disrupt my peace, you might get a pink slip. Not a pink slip, but you might get an exit pass out of my life. And that's not being rude. You know, it doesn't mean that I don't care for you anymore. There's people that I will never consistently put my life around that I would still do anything for if they needed me. You know, that's just the type of person that I am. It doesn't make my heart cold. I just realize in order to be the best me, I can't be around that. I can't be around that. So I value me. The world tells you not to value yourself first. I value me because I value others that need me to be the best me. So you understand how that works? So with my kids, I know if daddy's pleasing everybody else, if daddy's, trying to make everybody happy and stand around toxic situations and is ruining daddy, but daddy's doing everything for everybody else, but daddy's not the man he should be, the father he should be for his kids. And guess what? It's not right. My kids are my life, right? My kids mean more than any people. My family means more than any people on this earth to me. That's just facts. And so if you're bringing me to a place that makes me a bad person to them when they don't deserve it, I'm not keeping my life around it. My peace is my priority. That's just me. So, and like I said, that doesn't mean I don't help people. I always try to give people chances and help, but yeah. And so I just don't deal with it. That's just my short answer, and it's as real as I can put it. I mean, you guys been following me, I'll be straight up with it. And thank you guys, man. I'll talk to you soon, all right? Let's get it. Yeah.